I want to get my hair back healthy because this shit looks so unhealthy. Hey, I'm a, I'm a. Hey, I say, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a man. Can somebody give me something to make my hair way more healthier than this? I just had a baby a year ago. And my hair grew a little bit, but it's definitely dead. You see it. You see it. It's dead. I have to cut my hair because I didn't wore braids and all that stuff since the baby. You see, I got my record. I gotta stay kidded up. I'm back in my kid mode 18 years later at 42. But I need my hair healthy because this shit looks like fucking the Cabbage Patch here. Hey, what's the rush? Said I'm a, hey, I'm a. I'm a dog, I'm a mud. Take your time. What's the rush? I wish I would have just heard the conversation I just had. Because when I say, I feel like I'm a realist straight from God. Like, I try to keep the truth in everything I do. Like, I be so scared to lie. I be so scared to lie. Like, ever since I was a kid, when I've known God, going to church and knowing that lying is a sin, all the sins.
Our first amplified performer is someone I am very excited to introduce.
Listen, I'm still not perfect
with her dreamy vocals. She has at least 2 albums that boast
can I turn this around?
R&B has been.
I can't even turn it around. Look at that skirt.
Their sound is not only
I'm a slapper.
They are literally
look at that skirt.
There is so much psychedelic sound that when you listen, your soul takes flight.
Oh, y'all can't
even
no
see this shit. She was named Raven because when I hear her sing,
okay, see, iPhone. I'm gonna need you to get this all the way together. Why, when I'm going on the camera to video record myself, I can't flip the camera? And then when I turn it this way, I can't zoom my shit or zoom my shit this way. Like, come on, get this shit together. We paying all this money for these iPhones, and we can't get these features that y'all keep saying, upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. But where's the upgrade? So we gonna need to get this shit together, Apple. But okay, I'm watching my BET Awards, and it was a tradition for me every year to watch the BET Awards and have a party. After that we do it depends on when the BET Awards air. We do the Juneteenth. But last year I was like, no, listen, I have nothing against no other race, Latino, Mexican, or Asian, whatever other race outside of black people. But when it comes to black art, it's always been, let me see, if not copied, if not took away, if not, like, black people always struggle from the beginning, of course, but when it comes to music, we always been scrutinized. We still have to go and walk in the back door, in the beginning of black art, music art. We have to go to the back door, performing for a crowd full of white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they followed and set up and put planet drugs, planet spies, whatever they could to bring our people down in any way, whether it was music, politics, sports, movies. Like, come on now. Like, I'm trying to understand, why is everybody trying to act like this has not been happening to black people for many decades, since the beginning of time. Like, they've been trying to keep us down since the beginning of time. Listen, and we've been fighting ever since. And we're still fighting. And it's crazy that they can pass every law, every this, every that, but any law that we want to pass, and I'm speaking within these millennial 2024, 2000s on up, but before that, they fought. Our ancestors fought to get us to this point where we still fighting, but to the point where we a little ahead, but it's like we always being pushed back. And don't get me wrong, I love the BET Awards. I love people, period. Listen, black people has always accepted every race. I don't understand how people say black people was racist. Yes, we get angry. We get frustrated. We get, to the point where we're like, listen, we're supporting these other races that's coming. Don't keep it a thou powwow. We don't listen. We can't control who comes to this country.
Give our new book a twirl. All starting at $12.99.
But who comes to this country and they use, we're gonna say the government to whoever the fuck, excuse my language, using these other races against us by giving them the power, giving them home loans, business loans, and keeping us outside of that, holding us down. We got to create our own things. We got to create our own business loans and these things in order to, no fees on checking accounts, and it seems like every way they can, they try to bring us down. And we still, God still blesses us to keep going, progress. Regardless of all of this craziness going on with all of these celebrities and entertainment, and that's in every aspect of entertainment. Music, movies, sports. Like, I'm just like, where that y'all taking down all these black people? Okay, they may be some guilty, some not. I don't know. But I'm just like, the people that are over them are not black. The people that are making the big bucks, that's actually running and giving these people the funds and the this and this and this and that. Listen, Diddy ain't learned that shit. I'm not saying what he done is right or wrong, whatever. I don't fucking know. I'm not in that world. I'm not a celebrity.
You're stuck in the past, baby. You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants.
Fashion is cyclical. They'll be back.
We can go into all of the Diddy, Cassie, who victim, who this.
Hopefully.
Yes, there's victim. Yes, he was an asshole. Yes, he was fucking abusive, verbally, mentally, physically. Yes, sexually, sounds like, but listen, he didn't learn that shit by himself, and we not even finna put that on his mama, because his mama, well, okay, y'all say that mama has something to do with the industry, whatever, but there's a higher ups other than just Diddy, white skin, not black skin. who has something to do with these sexual assaults and all this shit that they are putting on these black men, not just Diddy. We all know who's been taken down. They taking all the rappers down, all the damn sports guys, all the freaking any and every black person they could take down. But let's be clear here. These white men are the ones who started all of this shit. Remember what I just said? We used to have to go in the back door. Remember that? But now they're saying people are selling their souls to have certain careers and certain heights and powers. And listen, I'm the first to not want to believe all this social media conspiracy theories. Listen, I wouldn't dare. I didn't know if it's true or not. But it's like, if you're going to take one, take them all. Take them all. Clean it out. Clean it out. What is the purpose of all of this? If we going to just take, who we enemies with, who we get into it with, who the higher ups. Because that's all that's doing. Who else is doing it? Us, the people? No, they just putting it out there for us to judge and, put out there, yes, he's a scumbag. Yes, he's an evil demon. Whatever you want to call this man or these people. Because Diddy is not the only person. And I didn't want to start my podcast on trending topics, people, what everybody's talking about and what everybody's trying to capitalize off of the story, the hot story or whatever. But I just feel like it needs to be spoken on, like the truth about everything. Like, I don't know the outside, inside, round and round of this man's or these people's life like that. I just know on the inside looking in, just like y'all, doing research, watching videos, documentaries, and things like that. But overall, we don't know if these things are true, false. Look what they did to the Black Panther Party. Look what they've done to every leader we ever had. We can't have one leader. We cannot have what leader we have right now. I'm surprised. Farrakhan is still here. God, God willing, God, thank God. But like, who do we have? Who do we have other than God, the creator, the all maker, the person who, and they trying to even take over his job. I'm just saying, like, they're trying to change the weather. They trying to change the time, to this, to that, to that. And I'm just like any human being, wondering, like, especially me, a poor little girl from the east side of Long Beach, who can't really do too much of nothing but speak how she feels or what's going on in the world. But it's like, it's so much. I really wanted to do a commentary on the Easy Words. That's why I started this. Because I love my people. And I'm going to keep it dialogue power. I didn't like the fact last year they tried to turn that whole Latino situation. Listen, I'm not hating on no other race. Yes, Latino, Puerto Rican, Mexicans have contributed to the hip-hop industry. But y'all did not make or create hip-hop. But we got love for every race. You cannot say we didn't embrace every race. We didn't have love for every race. Y'all was in our community. In the I don't want to say our, but in the same community as us. Asians always own something. Now it's all the Mexicans. Like, we don't have no choice but to have a relationship with y'all. So to say that we're racist and we this and we're that, no, it's just always racist shit going on. So of course we're gonna bring up racism. But you know, we always embrace other race. Until they showed us otherwise. That they don't like us. That they literally hate us. To the point where they want to take out our people. But I gotta go in on our people too, because we killing each other as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. Listen. We gotta look within. Regardless, we gotta look within. And regardless of what other races out here and they use against us or whatever we think may be happening. Maybe they just trying to make a life as well with their family. Maybe they're just, but we've been here. Our people was brought here. We didn't ask to be here. And they telling us to go back to Africa. We can't go back to Africa. Half of us can't go back with all this immigration crap going on. They've been telling us to go back to Africa for the longest. We can't go back there. People gonna look at us crazy if we go back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I love my people. And I've always been looked at. My mama black, my daddy half breed. He's a mutt. I'm a mutt. My kid's a mutt. Whatever you want to call us. But I'm proud to be black. And I've always been looked at as I'm not accepted by the black side, and they don't even know if I'm whatever I am on the other side. So, and I haven't even been around that other side. I've only been around my black side. So if you hear me and listen to me talk, you see, I embrace my people. I love my people. I just want us to just do better within ourselves, within our community. You know, every other race is out here making sure they look out for each other, and we used to be like that. I just pray that we can get back to that. Get back to, you know, where our neighbor was able. So much craziness I know going on in this world. Listen, I know. Living with your kids with certain and family and friends, whoever that you don't trust. Listen, I know. But I just wish that we could go back to the days when we looked out for each other and we loved on each other more. And I'm gonna keep it real. I kind of wish we would have never we didn't do the integration thing, because we had our own things. We had our own businesses. We had our own banks. We had our own doctors. All of these things that we do not have to this day. But all of these other races have. Because it was wiped away from us or burnt down or like, you know. And I just say, bring Black Wall Street back again. You know, I tried to do it in my community of Long Beach, and I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. Like, nobody jumped on that to start a Black Street, Wall Street, Long Beach. I said Black Street, Wall Street. A Black Wall Street, Long Beach. You know, and we can go from city to city, like, and maybe I just gave up too fast because I was so frustrated with everybody's reaction to it, like, and maybe it's because I'm this light-skinned girl, I'm not fully black, they don't know what I am, who she thinks she is, putting together these pop-up small business pop-up shops, and she ain't even fully black, she ain't even black. But when they see my mama, or they see or hear me talk, they know I love my people, period. My mama's black. My mama's black. Listen, my mama's a strong black woman. Took care of 3 kids. but took care of 3 kids by herself on the east side of Long Beach. Excuse me. 2 boys and 1 girl. 2 dark-skinned boys who she was always overprotective of, even over me because I'm her only girl, but she always was so overprotective when it came to the boys because we already knew the police targeted people like my brothers.
Hey, sweeties.
And God is so good. She raised 2
dark
dark-skinned boys who had never been in jail other than if the police was falsely messing with them. And I want to say both brothers was falsely fucked with for no apparent reason.
So you stay tuned for more amazing performances to see which system.
But like other than that, never in no trouble, never school situations, like hanging out with certain people, like she no gang affiliate, like she never had to worry about that when it came to them. Now, me on the other hand, I was the problem. I was the gang banger. I'm trying to be because I never got put on in the gang, but I hung around both gangs that we have out here in Long Beach, East Side Long Beach. And shit, at this point, the gangs that was on the north side, once I finally got to the north side, but the 20 and Insanes. I started off hanging with the Insanes. Worked my way on to hanging with the 20s, like, you know. And when you affiliated, it don't matter if you got put on or not. You affiliated. So whoever you've been around and been affiliated, if they put in some work and you out there and they not around with you, you gonna get the backlash or whatever, even if you wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? So like picking that street life, regardless if you get put on the gang or not, you hanging with, like they said, birds of a feather. And that's really true. Like it really is. I used to believe like I'm my own person. Like I have my own mind. I don't follow it, you know. But guilty by association. Period. Birds of a feather.
We're bringing back some fan favorites.
So I just really came on to really say how happy I am about this Biggie Tier Awards this year because y'all ain't been keeping it black. We gonna keep it there. We gonna leave it at that. Y'all ain't been keeping it black. And I will go into some other things I've been doing and hearing and researching about. But you know, I just feel like my people got to win right now, and I love the fact that they all came together and put B2K came together and put their differences aside and, you know, perform because they knew that not only is that history, but that's a legacy that they still are holding to this day. You know, and for them to be able to be grown men with their own kids and lives and things like that, with all the mess that they've been through, no matter what, how true or what it is, they came and performed and they showed up, and that's period.
I could stay for free.
And I just gotta throw Snoop. I love Snoop because he comes from where I'm from. I'm from Long Beach, East Side, and
Hilton for this day.
listen, I want to tell this story so bad, but I would love to tell Snoop to his, like, face to face when I was a little girl and his grandmother lived around the corner from my house, but my grandmother also lived right across the street from him in Long Beach on the street called Stanton, around the corner from Taco Bell, where the quarter sat down the street from Lee Elementary. And I'm going to just leave it at that because I want to see if Snoop's memory is good, or how good is his memory, because I want to tell him this story about me and my brother coming home from school, and we see Snoop at his grandmother's house around the corner from my grandmother's house, where my father, who he actually probably was in the studio with, because at the time my dad worked for Tupac, singing on his first album, Me Against the World, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it's Me Against the World. But he did a song on there called Young Niggas. And he also did another song who they ended up taking him off the song. They put Blackstreet on the song. But his name is George G Money Brown. And if y'all could reach out to Snoop and see if Snoop have a good memory, I can tell y'all the story on what happened. Or at least I can talk to Snoop and tell him, because he might not want this on the internet. I don't know. Because it's a good one. It's real juicy. But this is my first video of just trying out how I would do as a podcaster, or how I would do trying to start my own podcast. And listen, this live, this on my video, I'm just going flow. I'm sitting here looking at the BT boards, just things are coming to my mind and flowing. And I feel like if I was able to put on a podcast, I would need to get more followers or subscribers first in order for me to be able to go live.
I'm sure these next companies know the pressure of being.
When I say I'm tipsy, but I ain't drunk. But
nothing catches more scrutiny than our hair.
A little more.
So I'd like to take a moment to shout out all the black and beautiful.
Some real truth's gonna come up out this mouth. Listen. My whole goal is just to be truthful. What they say, tell the truth, shame the devil. God is true. And I just want to communicate that. Truth. Truth shall set you free. And I believe in that. Like, I hate to lie. I hate to lie. When I lie, I look awkward as fuck. You can tell I'm lying. Like, you know a person that don't know how to lie. You know, I lie for like important things, depending on what it is. You know, can't be too. I'm opening this now, period. But I just want to do it like a demo on how I will commentate certain things. And I definitely want to commentate this BT Awards. That's going to be like maybe my first video to sit and watch and commentate with you guys. But let me know what you think about my first video ever of even trying to think about podcasting, or even just putting a just, you know, something that we can hear some truth. I don't want to be following everything these podcasters do. You know, all this trending topic bullshit. No, I just want to go with the flow. I want to go with how I feel, what I'm thinking, what may come out at the moment, in the moment. And hey, hopefully you guys feel that. Let me know in the comments if you think I should go on this podcast.
We are happy to accept her award.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so I get my subscribers up, so I can start my live chats or my live podcast. Listen, I guess I'm not as confident as I should. I'm starting my podcast. Period. Period.